Hey guys, welcome to Cape Cowl Cafe. I'm Nemo, and this is my dog. He is jumping on me. Hi, Moose. All right, go on, buddy. Go on. Welcome to Cape Cowl Cafe. I'm Nemo, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 most wanted heroes for James Gunn's new DCU. All right, first up, we got Green Arrow. Now, a lot of these picks are going to be from JLU because I love that show, and in a perfect world, James Gunn would just turn that show into a series of movies. Green Arrow is awesome. I would pick Charlie Hunnam for the role of this guy. I really just like how Green Arrow represents protecting the little guy, and Batman's usually that he fills that role, but he can kind of get lost in the sauce with the universe-saving shenanigans of the Justice League. So I think Green Arrow would kind of slip into that role nicely. You could give him a TV show. Put him in the Justice League sequels or whatever. Yeah, I just want to see him. Next up is not a pick from JLU, though she does appear in it. I would like to see James Gunn make a Justice League Dark show or a Justice League Dark movie. Obviously, you have members like Constantine and Swamp Thing or Etrigan, the usuals, but you can't have a Justice League Dark movie without Zatanna. She's just so cool, and the way that she casts spells backwards is probably the most unique trait that I've seen a magic character having, and it would be interesting to see how an actress handles that. I don't really have a pick for this character because a lot of the fan casts that I see are kind of lame, so I'd have to do some digging, which I have not before this video. Next up, we got Shazam. I hate calling him Shazam. His name is Captain Marvel. I just want to go back to the good old days where he's Captain Marvel. But anyway, I was not satisfied with the live-action version we got with Zachary Levi, and my main issue being that Billy Batson was too old. They should just straight up cast a 10-year-old. I think that would be way better. I do kind of have a pick for this guy. This guy, Wolfgang something, I can't remember his name, but he was a popular fan cast for Superman. He looks young enough. It doesn't make sense for Superman to look younger than Captain Marvel, Shazam. So I think this guy would be pretty good. I just don't think he should be on the main roster, the main 7 of the Justice League. We got another JLU pick over here. We got The Question. So cool. All the JLU characters are so peak, but I would give him his own show, and it would show him exposing Amanda Waller and Argus, and I don't know, maybe they're up to something with Project Cadmus, kind of like in the JLU show. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop pulling things from JLU because it's just so good. But in terms of cast, that's kind of hard because the dude's got no face. So you really have to think about the personality and the voice that you want. But I'd love to see some other characters like Huntress show up in the show, or maybe some other detectives like Detective Chimp. Batman maybe could make a cameo if they wanted. I think it would be an awesome project for DC to do. When I started this video, I knew I was going to exclude characters like Batman or Wonder Woman because obviously we're going to see them. It's just kind of a waste of a slot to put them on this list. But The Flash is an interesting one because you have two choices. You got Barry and Wally for the main Flash. Now, I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing Barry. I think we should give Wally a shot. Wally's way funnier. He's my favorite Flash. I love seeing the way he interacts with all the other characters on the league. And yeah, this opinion is based off of the JLU show. I'm sorry. It's just so peak. I think it would actually be cool if they gave him the red and silver suit from Rebirth. I think that would be a good way to kind of shake up the status quo for the character. And I really want James to differentiate this Flash from the previous because, boy, that was a stinker. We need to get away from that. So the best way is to just go with a different character. Go with Wally. Just leave Barry behind. Maybe Barry's dead in this universe. Maybe he's retired. I don't know. But I think Wally would be the best and most logical choice to go forward. Now, next on my list is Jason Todd. Now, while Jason isn't my favorite character, I think DC has neglected him for so long, and he's just been stuck in this infinite loop of character regression, much like other characters like the Lizard from Spider-Man. But his story contains some of my favorite elements in the Batman mythos. Now, I always refer back to Under the Red Hood, the movie, whenever I get into arguments about whether or not Batman should kill. Because just having Jason Todd exist and that conflict, it really just solidifies and cements the idea that Batman is mentally ill. Okay? I am a supporter of the no-kill rule. He should not kill. Should never do it. But I really like the idea that Batman, he can't do it because he has a psychological need to preserve life, and it becomes more of a character flaw. And Jason Todd as a character is there to point out that flaw and to criticize it. And Batman continues to follow his rule despite having this huge, giant sign in front of him saying, hey, you probably should have killed the Joker. That guy's a monster. Jensen Ackles did an amazing job as Red Hood in that movie, but he's too old now, so they'd have to go with somebody else. I don't really know who, but you got to pick somebody with a lot of angst, a lot of edge to him. I got another JLU pick for you. Booster Gold. Now, there's rumors that James Gunn has cast somebody. It's this guy, the Indian guy from Eternals. I don't like that cast. He's too old. I think Booster Gold should be like some dumb college student who's working a janitor job at a museum. I think the blonde hair just works better for the costume design. A lot of people pick this guy from the Top Gun movies. I think he's also a little too old. So I don't really know who I'd pick, but I just love the story in JLU of him learning to be a hero and, learn to accept that he's not always going to get recognized for his good deeds. I think it's a really good story to tell. They should definitely do it. Next up is Martian Manhunter, who just has to be on the main roster for the Justice League. Now, yes, he is in Justice League Unlimited and those shows, and that is why I picked him. I'm sorry. I'm a liar. I will not stop. But he's so cool. He's the heart of the league. I do have some ideas for picks, so... Oh, wait, no. He's already in a DC movie with James. It doesn't matter. They could do some kind of makeup thing. Idris Elba would be really good. They could pick him. He's got kind of like that darkness to him. Like the sadness. And I also hope that they include his cookie addiction in the new movies. That would be interesting to see. And he's got to interact with Batman. I almost forgot. Like, there's so many cool scenes in different shows and movies where they interact for the first time. I just want to see one of those interactions put onto the screen. It would be so cool. Robin. Not Damian Wayne. Not Tim Drake. Not Jason Todd. I want some Dick Grayson. And I want him to be young. I'm sick and tired of all of these movies and shows aging him up. He is not supposed to be 25 years old. He's supposed to be 9, 10, 11, or 12. That is the range that I will accept. The reason Batman took him in under his wing is because he sees a mirrored version of himself. He sees the tragedy that he went through, and he wanted to save Dick Grayson from having the same kind of childhood that he did. So, it just doesn't make sense when you have him be college age. Then, like, that whole heartfelt father-son story that you could tell doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Now, I know that having a 9-year-old fight crime with you is morally wrong and irresponsible, but explore that. Don't shy away from it. Have characters comment on, what Batman's doing is sketchy. Like, hey, like, your new partner's 9. It's pretty messed up. And Batman's like, yeah, I know. Like, explore it. Stop aging him up. Thank you. Now, my number 1 most wanted pick for James Gunn's DCU is Batman Beyond. I don't know why Warner Brothers is so allergic to making money that they ignore him and don't put him in anything. And here's the funny thing. Warner Brothers was going to make an animated Batman Beyond movie in the style of Across the Spider-Verse, but they didn't in favor of the Minecraft movie. What is wrong with you? Batman Beyond is so cool and it has such a huge fan base. You are throwing away money. You are literally the scene in The Dark Knight where Joker is burning the pile of money. You guys are idiots. James Gunn, please make Batman Beyond. I don't even care who you cast. You could do Ryan Potter, this guy. He's awesome. Just please make it happen. Anyway, that is my top 10 list for the most wanted heroes in DCU. If you guys want to like or subscribe or whatever, all that YouTube garbage, please do so. But I just do this for fun, so I'll see you guys later.